Hello, in this video we'll find the time, and we know previous formula for the interest is equal principal times rate times time. So again we're going to use the same formula to find the time. So because I need t, the time, I'm going to divide this side by principal multiplied by rate, and here both sides principal multiplied by rate. So if this is cancelled because it's 1, the time in this case is going to be interest divided by principal multiplied by rate. But this time here, if we want the time in days, if the question is asking how many days, we take this number here and we multiply it by 360. This is time in days. But if we want times in month, if we need the time in month, so the time will be interest divided by principal times rate multiply by 12. So this is the time in months, how many months. So for the months you multiply by 12, for the days you multiply by 360. And how we get this formula, interest divided by principal times rate, from the previous formula, interest equal principal times rate times time, and dividing both sides by P times R, or principal times rate. So let's see this example. House of Realty earned $14.93 interest on $16,000 deposited in an account, paid 16%. Find the numbers of days, so here it's asked number of days, that the fund were on deposit. Use banker's interest, which is 360. So now we'll write down what's given. What's given for us is the interest. How much interest was earned? Earned is $14.93, and the principal is 16,000. That was how much was deposited. That's the principal. And the rate is 16%, or I must change it to a decimal. It's 0.16. So this was given. Now it says find the number of days that the fund were on deposit. So the time is, I'm going to use this one here, this formula, because it's times on days. So the time is interest divided by principal times rate multiplied by 360. Now I'm just going to apply what's given for me and plug in the values. So because this is like over 1, 360 over 1, so I multiply it by 360 here, and I'm going to divide by principal 1600 multiplied by the rate, and the rate is 0.16. And again, because I have a division of two values, I must put parentheses. So the time, using a calculator, this is how you use a calculator. The time, what I'm going to do, I'm going to enter 1493 times 360, open a parentheses, and then put 1600, divide before you open the parentheses, and then multiply by 1.6 and close the parentheses. So 1493 multiply 360, divide, open a parentheses, and 16,000 times 0.16. If you enter everything in a calculator, you'll find that T equal 209.95, which is approximately 210 days. Now to answer the question, the fund were on deposit for 210 days. I hope this was helpful.